My child, I see you. In your silent tears at night, in the weariness behind your smile, and in the quiet battles you fight when no one is watching, I am there. I've never left your side. I know sometimes life feels heavy, unfair, even cruel. But I want you to know this truth. I am working even in your waiting. You may not understand why doors have closed, why certain people walked away, or why your heart feels broken. But every tear you've cried has not been wasted. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34 verse 18. That verse is not just words, it is a promise. A promise I have kept through generations and one I'm keeping for you. There's a story I want you to hear about a woman named Laura from Kansas. She lost her husband in a tragic accident and was left to raise 3 children on her own. The world around her collapsed. She questioned me. She shouted in pain. But even in her brokenness, she knelt each night, whispering prayers through her tears. Months passed, then years. Today, Laura runs a foundation helping widows across the country. She tells people, God didn't take away my pain, He transformed it. That's what I do with your sorrow, I redeem it. When you're ready to let go of the pain you clutch so tightly, I will place healing in your hands instead. I know you've prayed and waited longer. You've asked, God, when? But my beloved, my timing is not a delay, it's precision. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. You're not forgotten, you're being prepared. When a seed is buried, it looks like the end. But underground, life is forming. And soon it will rise. So will you. Maybe you feel like you've lost your way, drifting without purpose in a noisy world that demands so much. But I placed eternity in your heart. I've crafted you with intention. You are not random, not a mistake. Every scar, every setback, every no you faced, it was shaping your character, building your faith, guiding your soul. Your purpose is not just a career or achievement, it's who you are becoming. And you are becoming someone beautiful. Let me show you what love really means, not the kind the world gives, but the kind that never fails. I sent my son not because you were perfect, but because you are loved beyond comprehension. But God demonstrates His own love for us in this. While we were still sinners, Christ died for us. Romans 5 verse 8. That cross wasn't the end of the story, it was the beginning of yours. That love still calls your name every single day. So breathe. Let go. Trust that I'm holding the pen, writing a story far greater than what you've imagined. Your life is not a mistake. Your pain is not permanent. And your future is not forgotten. I am with you in every valley, in every storm, and I will never stop loving you. You are my child, and I am your father. Come back to me, lean on me, and let me lead you home. My dear child, you've been carrying so much for so long. The world has asked you to be strong, to smile through storms, to keep going even when your soul feels exhausted. I see that. I see you. Not just the face you show others, but the moments you sit alone, overwhelmed by life, whispering, God, I can't do this anymore. I hear that prayer. Yes, even the silent one. And I want you to know, you were never meant to carry this alone. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11 verse 28. Not temporary relief, but deep, soul-level peace. There's a man named Chris from Ohio. A hard-working father, once proud and steady, who lost his job, his house, and almost his will to live. Depression wrapped around him like chains. But one night, in a car parked outside a gas station, he cried out to me, not with fancy words, just a broken heart. And in that moment, I whispered back. Not through thunder, but through stillness. Today, Chris has not only rebuilt his life, but helps others facing rock bottom. Because I never waste pain. I use it to birth purpose. My timing may confuse you. I know you wanted that door to open, that relationship to work, that healing to come quickly. But child, I see the full picture. I see the dangers you don't. I see the growth that's still unfolding in you. Trust me, not because it's easy, but because I am faithful. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Proverbs 3 verse 5. I've never failed you before and I won't start now. And I know, letting go is hard. You hold on to what hurt you, thinking if you release it, you'll be left empty. But let me show you what happens when you lay your pain at my feet. I will turn ashes into beauty, grief into strength, regret into redemption. The past doesn't define you, I do. And I call you chosen, forgiven, and deeply loved. You were not born to merely survive. You were created for connection with me, for a life full of meaning, not measured by money or applause, but by love, by grace, by impact. That still, small voice inside you? That's me, calling you back, reminding you that even in a loud, broken world, you're never alone. My love doesn't change with your failures. My grace doesn't run out when you fall. I loved you before you ever knew my name. So come back, not in shame, but in hope. Let me hold your heart. Let me rebuild what was broken. I haven't forgotten you. I haven't turned away. You are my precious child. And I'm still writing your story. Even now, I'm reaching for you, not to punish you, but to restore you. To remind you that you are not too far gone. Not too broken. You are exactly where I can begin again. I love you, and nothing will ever change that. My beloved child, slow down. Breathe. The world moves fast, and I know you often feel like you're falling behind. You compare your journey to others, wondering why your life feels stuck while theirs seems to soar. But I need you to hear me. You are not late. You are not behind. You are right where I need you to be. Every season of silence, every moment of waiting, every detour, it's not punishment. It's preparation. To everything there is a season, and a time for every purpose under heaven. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. And your season is coming. I know the pain you carry, the disappointments you don't talk about, the heartbreaks you've buried, the dreams you once had but gave up on because life kept knocking the wind out of you. But child, I am still writing your story. I am the God who brings dead things back to life. The God who parts seas, moves mountains, and walks through fire just to reach you. What you see as an end, I see as a beginning. You may feel forgotten, but I've engraved your name on the palms of my hands. Isaiah 49 verse 16. I could never forget you. Let me tell you about Sarah, a young woman from North Carolina who was battling addiction. For years, she believed she was too broken to be loved by anyone, let alone me. She walked through rehab, relapse, shame, and rock bottom. But one night, she picked up a Bible a stranger had left at a bus stop. She opened it, shaking, and read, "Even if your sins are like scarlet, they shall be white as snow." Isaiah 1 verse 18. In that moment, something shifted. She called out to me, not with confidence, but with desperation. Today, Sarah speaks at recovery centers across the state, telling others, God didn't just clean me up. He gave me a new name. And I can do the same for you. Your pain is not proof of my absence. In fact, sometimes the greatest growth comes in the darkest soil. And even when you don't feel me, I'm there, right beside you, holding you together when everything feels like it's falling apart. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Psalm 23 verse 4. My presence is not a feeling, it is a promise. And I want you to remember this, child. You are loved. Not because of what you've done or failed to do, but because of who I am. My love doesn't run out when you mess up. It doesn't fade when you doubt. It doesn't shrink when you fall. My love remains. It covers. It restores. It reaches into the deepest parts of you and says, you are mine. I sent my son to the cross not to condemn you, but to save you, to bring you back to me. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. John 3 verse 16. That includes you. So come as you are. You don't need to fix everything before coming to me. You don't need to pretend you're okay. I want your real heart. Your tired, hurting, imperfect heart. Let me carry what you cannot. Let me rebuild what life tried to destroy. I haven't given up on you, and I never will. You're still here, still breathing, That means your story is not over. There is more ahead, more healing, more beauty, more joy. So lift your head, child. Walk forward. I am with you always. And I love you more than you could ever imagine. Child, you've been trying to hold everything together, haven't you? Smiling on the outside, yet breaking quietly within. You wake up each morning wondering how long you can keep pretending to be okay. You scroll through your phone, comparing your life to carefully edited highlights of others, and you whisper, "Why not me, God?" But I need you to hear this. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are seen, not for what the world sees, but for who you really are. And I love that person, not the version you try to present you. There are days when the silence feels like abandonment, when you pray and it feels like no one is listening. But silence is not absence. Just like the teacher is silent during the test, I am present even when you don't feel me. I am building endurance in your spirit, strength in your soul, and clarity in your heart. I'm not ignoring you, I'm preparing you. Because what's coming requires a stronger version of you. And yes, it hurts. But my love is not just comfort, it's transformation. And after you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace will himself restore you and make you strong, firm, and steadfast. 1 Peter 5 verse 10. Do you know who you really are? You are not your past, not your addiction, not your trauma, not your shame. You are redeemed. You are called. You are anointed. I knit you together in your mother's womb. I placed gifts in you the world hasn't even seen yet. You are not random, you are chosen. There is no one else like you, and there never will be. You were born for such a time as this, Esther 4 verse 14. You may feel ordinary, but I specialize in using the ordinary to accomplish the extraordinary. You think your broken pieces disqualify you? Child, those are the very places I pour my glory into. You are not too far gone. You are not too damaged. In fact, the cracks in your heart let my light shine through. I use broken people to tell beautiful stories, because in your weakness, my strength is made perfect. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. The scars you hide? They're going to become someone else's survival guide. What almost killed you will become what inspires someone else to keep living. Let go of what you lost. I know it's hard. That relationship, that dream, that version of the life you thought you'd have by now. But I am doing something new. You can't step into your future if you're still chained to your past. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Isaiah 43 verses 18 to 19. You weren't created to stay stuck, you were made to rise. And child, you don't have to earn my love. You don't have to work harder to be accepted. My love isn't a reward, it's a refuge. You can rest here. In me you are safe. You don't have to be perfect, just present. Talk to me, not just with memorized prayers, but with your truth. I already know your heart. I just want you to invite me into it. You wonder if you still matter, if your life really makes a difference. Let me be clear, it does. Every kind word, every silent act of sacrifice, every time you chose love when it was easier to hate, it mattered. The world may not applaud you, but I do. Heaven sees what others overlook. You are changing lives in ways you don't even realize. And I'm so proud of you. So don't give up. Not now. Not when you've come so far. I'm not finished with you yet. What's ahead is greater than what's behind. And even if the road is long, I'll walk every step of it with you. You were never meant to do life alone. I am here. Yesterday, today, tomorrow. Boys, you are my child, and I am your God.